Alright, so I want to talk about some really some comments I've been getting on some of the stuff I'm doing, and actually the video that I made about with that guy that was threatening me. He's the guy next door. He's actually the guy that I did some videos with. He's a rapper. Um, he's good. He's a talented guy, but most people that have like temporary housing from social services, and that's here. That the Fernwood has those rooms, and there's two of them on this floor. I think there's one or two on the first floor too. They've got issues, He's got most likely he's been labeled as bipolar. Being labeled as manic. I was also labeled when they took me to the Jersey Shore, when my ex-girlfriend had me committed, and then afterwards I went a few other times last year. I think it was last year, or the year before. I'm not really sure. I was labeled as manic for being outspoken about things that was going on. The guy next door was going into I think a rehab today, and he needed money to make it his last day of actually doing something. I lent him some money, but then he was supposed to. I guess he was trying to get a little more money out of me. I didn't have, it's whatever people have been giving me is what I have, and I didn't really have it to give him. But he thought, for some reason, in the back of his head, he thought I had money. So he kept on asking me and bothering me, and he was out there, and he brings me food. He was bringing me food. He was doing all these things to try to get friendly with me, to the point where I felt comfortable giving him, I don't know, what he thought I had to give him. Regardless, what happened this morning was something that happens in these situations. There's a very eclectic crowd that comes into this hotel, and most of the hotels around here, they're different types of people, but they all have one kind of thing in common. They don't want to participate in society and what you want them to do, to be good consumers and workers and everything that the society needs them to be. Right? And you feel proud when you say, oh well, he's an active member of society, and he does this and does that. It's like, look at this guy bum. He doesn't do work, and he doesn't do this and that. It's like, and you label people in certain ways. But honestly, I feel more comfortable with this group of people, because for different reasons, I no longer want to participate in your society. I believe your society sucks. It's the worst. It doesn't consider the actual human being. The human being becomes a worker, a slave, or a brainwashed sheep that goes to work and participates in the society that is not, if you're a cell in the body, right, and you're participating to be a body, you're like to be proud, because the cell is like, yeah, it's creating this great body, but you're not creating anything that's great. All you're doing is feeding, this machine that rewards the wealth class for having, this imaginary thing, money that we deem more important than human life, and punishes people. So some of the comments I had in the video were like, or is he one of the guys that you do the plant medicine with, and they got upset at you, and this is what happens. See, you plant medicine, you say keep on calling plant medicine, drugs, street drugs, plant medicine. Very, 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 very rudely. When you're on this side of the fence, when you're on that side of the fence, you can judge and point fingers and everything you want to do. When you're on this side of the fence, you understand that these are human beings, and what you're doing is persecuting them for what they do. I don't judge anybody. Whatever anybody wants to do does. As long as you don't steal from me. I mean, I don't. You know, stealing something that's important to me, you know, kind of hurts me, but doesn't really take away the fact that they still did it because of something that you pushed them to. You know, the problem with you know, street drugs, right, is that they're illegal, and because of that they're put into the hands of, you know, somebody sent me something, oh, this is everything that the coca plant, you know, the street drug that the brand is made of. This is everything they mix into, look, they bleach and this is what everything. But that's because it's illegal. If it was regulated like alcohol was, you know, I said to the person, you know, if, you know, when alcohol was you know, I forgot the name of it now, but, you know, when alcohol was illegal, I'm sure they were putting turpentine into alcohol. They were putting anything that tastes like alcohol into alcohol. They would make you like a little bit high. Just because they you know, it was illegal, because it was not regulated. No way you can sue. You can't sue. You know, if somebody gives somebody with you know, something with and you know, I don't want to say this because I hate the word, and I hate being called this, and I hate that you're using this. I hate that word, man. It's a concentrate. It's a concentrate of the coca plant. That's all it is, man. And yeah, they made movies about it that you know, that people making, oh, Shalom. And I have friends, you know, whose lives were destroyed because of not the drug, not the plant, because it's illegal, and people have used, right, that illegality of it to control people with it. If somebody sells me something that's garbage, I can't go to the police and say, oh, this obviously this person sold me this stuff that was garbage. So I take the chance, but there's nothing else I can do because it's illegal. I can get the plant. I can't get it and grow it and just chew on the leaves like I used to in past lives. So now I'm yeah, but just promoting, you know, this, you know, easy. I'm not promoting anything. You see, you persecute people, right, for what they do, right, on this plant, right, this plant medicine, right? And people are laughing. Hey, he's calling crack plant medicine. Look at fucking moron. Fuck you. I can't get it any other way. So I'm forced to go to the street because it's illegal. If not, I would grow the plant myself. But I can't grow the plant myself because you can't even get the fucking seeds for it because they made it illegal. And you think they made it illegal because you're stupid, because of all the bad things you do? No, they made it illegal because it happens to be a communication device to other dimensions. So people go crazy. They think they're talking to aliens. Yeah, they are. Get it? And then they're ridiculed and made fun of. And then those people are said, you see, this is what it does. So when everybody gets persecuted, that does it. So the woman that sent me those, I had to block her. But the woman who sent me on and on and on about how dangerous and what that is, the only reason it's dangerous is because you have made it illegal. You keep it illegal, so it's in the hands of criminals that can do anything they want to fucking do with it. Because if it was legal, they would just like this. If alcohol was illegal, you can put anything you want that alcohol and give it to somebody and say, hey, drink it. Hey, you got nothing else up? Yeah, buy this then. How fucking dare you? None of the things that supposedly it does to people, it does to me. And I'm 58. I started doing it when I was 15 years old. 15, you do the math. That's how long I've been doing it. Not consistently throughout my life, but in certain periods of my life that I needed it. Because it does have a certain principle. Google it. I said to her, look at what the medical benefits of this. Yo, but not crack. They put all this other shit in there. I know, because it's illegal. So stop making it illegal and they won't do it anymore. And stop pointing your fucking finger at me. Because I'm fucking sick of it. Do you understand? People that use this plant medicine are persecuted. Persecuted for what they use. From the courts to the police to the dealers to anything, and to the general public that points their fingers at us because we do it. There's a reason that we do it. It's not addictive. Heroin is addictive, like I said. It's mentally and physically addictive. But it is not addictive. It provides something to especially starseeds that I've discovered, that helps them communicate with and helps them understand with who they are. That's what it does. If you don't believe that, go read the book on. Let's see, Sigmund Freud, who wrote all those great. He developed that whole psychotherapy. He was a mad user of it. Many people on this planet that have used it have had to use it under the table and hush hush. Why? And I'm sick of this, and that's why I'm saying, yeah, I'm a user of the cocoa plant. But it's not. Shut up. All that propaganda they stuck into your fucking head because of that fucking movie that showed, Chris Rock smoking it. That's all propaganda. I've seen people do that. But that's because they weren't taught how to do it and use it. And because what they're smoking is probably something that has a lot of impurities in it because it's illegal. So you want us to stop using it because of that? No, you should make it legal so then, let's see, or decriminalize it so then it could be regulated in a sense where criminals aren't putting garbage in there and feeding it to us because they want to make money off of us. Because if there was no money they made off of any of it, that's it. It would never be a problem. It would never be a problem. Look, Coca-Cola. You know what's called Coca-Cola? Because originally it had that in it. But then when they made that illegal, guess what? Then they changed it to caffeine. Okay, I don't really care because I wouldn't want to drink it in this anyway. But the way I use it, it provides me something that I need. And you can call me crazy, you can call me an addict, you can call me anything you fucking want, but it's you judging me for it, because I don't shine any open white. You had a good career and you did all this. It doesn't matter. That career as a sound healer was nothing. It was nothing to me anymore. That I was healing a few people. Now I'm trying to activate starseeds. I'm trying to, and if you're watching this and you're not listening, please go away. Stop watching me. Don't watch me and stop taking pictures. This woman took a photo that I did of one of my pieces of artwork, and she focused on the table, on things that were on the fucking table, and she said, "You see, this is what you do. This is what you do. You fucking asshole." Did you look at the artwork that was right next to it that I did? No, you didn't, because you zoomed right on the thing that you can accuse me of and blame me for, and that is about as prejudice. And as you know what we are like? We're just like those witches that you put on a cross and you burned because you thought they were witches and instead of pagans. That's how we are. That's what you are to us. That's what they are. That's what we are to you, right? Yeah. I'm going to say it as a crack addict, right? As a crack, that's what I am to you, right? That's what I am to you. Now I'm going to do this again. I've done this before. I'm going to take this. I'm going to put it inside. Look, you can take a picture of this now. Watch. Take when this video, right? Go click, and you see me putting it in the pipe, right? Right. So then I take it, right? Just like if it was a concentrated marijuana concentrate, right? I can take it, right? Just like I'm smoking marijuana concentrate, right? Because she's smoking marijuana, but she believes that's okay, but this isn't, right? I do this, right? Do I seem any different from you right now? I'm asking, do I seem any different to you now? Right now I'm feeling a good body sensation. I'm getting this really good fucking feeling throughout my body, and I'm actually feeling like I'm in heaven. But then I'm kicked back down to this fucking hell that I exist in with the rest of you. That point fingers at people for doing things that I was like the one guy who kept on insulting me. He drank I think four double espressos and one time, and then he started getting heart palpitations and he had to be rushed to the hospital. Never happened to me with this. The only thing it does is that you got to worry about somebody watching this and calling the police, and then the police can knock on my door. Did you make a video about you smoking a crack and something like that? Said, oh yeah, officer, but it wasn't real. It was just a video, officer. I swear. You fucking hypocrites. You fucking hypocrites. How dare you? How dare you? So I blocked her as a friend, so I can't send her this video. But I'm gonna hopefully she'll find my YouTube page, and then she'll find this video, and then she'll understand what I wanted to say to her, but I couldn't. I tried to, Everything I try to give her, this. She look. This is article and this article. This says it's look. This has been used for thousands of years medicinally. I mean, everyone every these tribal cultures that were using it, they never pointed their fingers at anybody. The shamans used it to communicate with the spirit world and came back gave them information that they needed. That's it. It helped them get up and go to work. It helped them go and hunt and do everything they needed to do for the day. What does it do now for people? It makes those little sheep that sit behind a computer and work every day for 8 hours a day for 40 years, and then all of a sudden they die. Or the first they retire and they get to do things and then they die. Right? Boom. It makes these people not want to do that. So that's the problem that you have with it, right? That it doesn't. It takes people that could be good workers and it makes productive members of your fucking miserable society, your slave society, and takes them, right? And makes them into people that don't want to do that anymore. I'm pissed off. Yeah, that gentleman next door, he was pissed off because he wanted to get some more because he was forced to go into rehab because the and detox because he pissed in a cup and the probation officer didn't say you did, so now you're gonna go get thrown into jail again because you have to go to bed, so now he had to go, so he's really pissed off. He was really pissed off that I couldn't get him any more money so he can go buy some more so that he could, because it's the last day before just he has been thrown into and thing. Now I understood that, but at the same time he got really upset at me. But I understand why he got upset at me. But a few times in the past I've gotten hurt from people that one way or the other wanted something from me and I couldn't give them. And after I stopped them from trying to do something, they pulled away and they came at me and tried to hurt me. I had to call the police today. Yesterday. It was actually Wednesday morning. But I'm pretty much tired of being called what that woman called me, and being told that this thing that I had a whole bunch of friends that had so many problems. Yeah, you know why? Because they weren't taught how to use it. You know why they weren't taught how to use it? Because it's fucking illegal. And it's in the hands of criminals, right? That then may want to make a shitload of money on it. So instead of like a shaman that wants to give it to you and teach you how to use it so you can communicate with the spirit world, and maybe if you're coming from another dimension, eventually to your contacts, from where you came from, instead of that, it's deemed a fucking drug that is controlled, and it's made into what? Into something to throw human beings into fucking cages for. So I'm asking you again. If you're watching this video and you're feeling that what I just did somehow and others should make me go into a cage like the fucking police officers and the fucking court system want to do to me, then you are the fucking problem. Understand? You are persecuting us like we are fucking witches, and you're burning us at the fucking stake, just like you did those witches that were just pagans that try to what? Trying to figure. A lot of those people that pointed their fingers. And they were witches. I saw her to take something and all of a sudden make it into something else. It's just crazy. They were eating wheat bread that had that was moldy, and it had an ergot fungus on it. You know what LSD is derived from? The ergot fungus. So they were eating bread that had basically LSD on it, and all of a sudden they started seeing these people do all this crazy stuff. And you know what they did? They persecuted them and they burned them at the stake. Check it out. That's Salem, Massachusetts. That's a batch of bread was cooked with contaminated wheat that had the ergot fungus on it, and that's the first recorded historical event that human beings actually ate LSD and then saw all this crazy stuff, but they weren't prepared for it. So what they do? They just said that they were witches and they decided to burn and persecute people. You have been given propaganda on this drug. On this plant medicine, and calling it a crack. You know what it is to call a crack, to call a plant user of this medicine a crack addict? It's the same thing as calling I'm not can't say it because if I say it, they're gonna turn around and bring this down. So it's like calling, let's see, like an Italian guy like me, a guinea, right? You're a fucking guinea, right? You like that? Or there's a Spanish guy, spick. You're a spick. You're a crack addict. Because you do a plant medicine that's been used for thousands of years and traditionally. I like I said, I had a good friend of mine, and they were Colombian, and I've been doing this from a pretty young age, and they seem to use it as like, coffee. Yes, they got to the point of maybe drinking a little bit too much, but it was always the alcohol that caused the problem, not anything else. It was the alcohol that's induced with it. Because if you use it correctly, and you use it as a plant medicine, and you use it for divination and for healing and for let's see, go medical benefits of the coca plant. Type that in Google, and you'll see. Oh wow, it does have that. And I had Guillain-Barré syndrome, and it actually helps the pain and the dull vision that I had. And I suffered from for years. And instead of taking opiates, I did plant medicine, and it worked. I'm not suggesting any of you do it. I don't care. But stop pointing your fucking fingers at me, please, and stop calling me what you deem something like I don't want to say the other word, because if I say the other word, they'll actually bring this down. But like a guinea spick. Like a guinea spick that just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. It's the same kind of persecution when you call me that. And when you say the word crack, it's something that the government put labels on it to make sure that you guys don't use it, because if they called it a plant medicine, you might use it, and you might actually might benefit from it. But unfortunately, it was introduced to the dance crowd, and and they drank it. They drank. Alcohol is 10, maybe 15, maybe 20 times more destructive than that. If that's deemed legal, and you're like, yeah, have a drink, I have to work here. But I decided to do this instead of that, because I don't drink alcohol. Alcohol is a white man's poison. I don't touch it. Right? And then you have the right to persecute me. You have the right to throw me into a cage, fine me, do all these things that make sure that any kind of connection to my tribal past that it might bring up is squashed right away. That's why it's illegal. Because they don't want tribal people to realize that they've been whipped out of their tribe and stuck into a factory and made into these fucking mindless drones that come in and just, sheep that just come in and work every day. I say, how long? 40 years I worked here, and then I'm going to retire in 2 weeks, and then after that, me and my husband are going to go around the world and travel because, we saved a whole bunch of money. And so, what happens? Like, my husband died of a heart attack. What? Because he ate all that food, cardiovascular disease. That's the #1 killer of human beings. Not a fucking plant that you deemed illegal. You know why it's killing people? Because it's illegal. You know what the problem is with it? It's illegal. You know why people continue to, let's say, suffer from it and be addicted to it? Because it's illegal. Or, they put fentanyl, because it's illegal. So, but why do you do it? Because I'm fucking sick of it. I'm trying to make it legal again, so maybe I can get the seeds myself and grow it myself, so I wouldn't have to go and risk my freedom and my life in somewhere where I could be getting it or not. And that's why it is that important for me now. In certain stages of my life, it was important to me. Why? Because it actually helped me look around and see what really is happening. Why? Because it helped me to communicate through my DNA to my Arcturian dimension and get information that I needed downloaded. And that's why it's illegal, because they don't want anybody to do that. They want you sitting behind that desk working for them for 40, 50 years, and then retiring, going on vacation, and then dying. Right? And then dying. That's all I have to say for today. The comment the other woman made was and then I had to block her too. I blocked them both. The comment that they both made was immature, was stupid, was I don't know, illogical, and was exactly what the government wants you to do. That's remember the witch hunts, right? They wanted you to point out the witches. Look, there's a witch there. There's a witch there. There's a witch there. Look.